It's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
Thank you.
The call was a little more intense than expected, at least on my behalf. I was at the edge of my seat for a while, and I saw the people around us, because we were with other people, and my kids who are 12. They were like, they don't want to go to the mall anymore. So tell me, how does that feel, being part of a movie? Did it change the way that you see yourselves as parents, in the sense of like letting go of your kids? Because it's scary to think that that's not like a fictional movie. It can actually happen.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the factors that I think will make people really relate to it, because it's real. 911 operators are real, and this could really happen. And if this did really happen, this is what would happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On some level, that's what would happen. So it made me think about it. Just a woman, I'm not going in parking garages by myself. I didn't before, but I'm sure I'm not going to now. And I'm going to teach my daughter as she grows to be mindful of her surroundings.
And I think, yeah, I have kids, yes, and I think definitely just, my daughter asked me to go to movies by herself all the time, and I said, no, you're not going to go, even if it's like 6 o'clock at night, because the character in the movie was abducted in the middle of the day, in broad daylight, and it could really happen because there are a lot of huge parking structures, and in certain sections of those parking structures, there's no one around. It's kind of deserted, so it can definitely happen.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky. That's the way that we were describing it yesterday. It's kind of freaky.
Kind of
think.
freaky.
Yeah, it could actually really happen. So you said something interesting about the call too, because you want to have more kissing scenes with Halle Berry. So explain yourself.
Explain myself. No, it's always good to get a sequel. Hopefully this movie comes out and it makes $1 gazillion and we'll be able to do a sequel and I'll have another job. But one of the perks, of having a job is working with Halle Berry. And people look at her, and I'm just going to say this, people look at her and she's beautiful and all that, but to me it goes beyond that, because she's just as beautiful, if not more so, on the inside than the outside from my experience with her. And that's what is pleasant, because when you're spending, you know, we didn't work that often together on this film, but when you work on a movie and you're spending, you know, doing 12-hour days, you really want to at least be able to like the person and be able to talk to the person. And it doesn't hurt, you know, if they look good.
It is Halle Berry.
You know what I'm saying? No, it doesn't hurt if they look good.
So tell me, now that we're in that, does it get tiring when people always approach you and they always, is it a curse to be so beautiful? Because everybody that sees you, every photographer, when you walk the red carpets, is it a curse, or is it something that you're like, okay, since I have to sell this, I'm happy that people like it? Or is it more like, I wish they would just leave me alone?
Sell this? I can think of worse problems to have. So I've never been one of those to say, oh, it's just terrible. But I feel like I'm happy to hear more say that I'm more than just that. I try to work on being more than just that, because I really, you know, we all are more than our physical selves. So it's nice when someone can acknowledge the real part of me, and when people get to see the real and not just focus on the outside, because I have no control over that. But who I am as a person, those are choices I make, and that's my character, and it's how I want to be. It's not how I was born, you know. So that means more to me.
But you know what though, one of the things that women admire about you is that you are always so composed. Like, everybody wants to look like Halle Berry. How do you keep up the schedule now that you're a mom too, and the work? What is the one thing that you do that keeps you being beautiful, I guess? What is the secret of Halle Berry's beauty?
Well, I've put more ice packs on my eyes since my daughter was born than ever before. Some mornings you wake up like this morning and it's just hard. But, you know, I think, you know, this is going to sound really stupid, but at the risk of that, I think real beauty is something that emanates, you know? It's not a look, it's a state of mind, it's a being. It's how you are in the world. It's what you radiate that people get affected by. We think it's physical beauty, but I've seen some stunningly beautiful men and women who, once they start talking, I'm like, wow, that's not cute at all. So I think it's more than that, really. That's the truth of it.
You just don't want to give us your secret. That's fine.
No, because I don't have any secrets. I told you ice packs.
Ice packs, okay, ice packs. We'll write it down.